Before we get into our epic video today, I just want to shout out a rap group that's on the rise. They're the Yardie Gang. And yeah, they've made a few bops, and they've got some personal, deep lyrics that I think y'all, my rap audience, would definitely enjoy these songs. So yeah, go hit them up, links below. It's in SoundCloud. So, let's discuss America's Got Talent. Again. As finals roll around for season 13 of America's Got Talent coming this Tuesday, everybody is just sitting around talking about who might win. And many have their eyes on a certain 14-year-old girl, this singer who is currently taking over America. That would be none other than Miss Courtney Hadwin. Now, while I'm a huge fan and I'd be glad if she won, the controversy surrounding her as an act is quite interesting. And if you've missed this girl's performance or the backstory or anything behind all this, it's about to get interesting, so strap in, folks. Let's do this. Just a quick heads up and note before we get going, this commentary is very opinionated. Now, those of you over the age of 7 know what an opinion is, and it's not word of God by any means, so don't take it too seriously, just leave your own opinion down below. That's why we are all born to have opinions. Honestly, I hate that I even had to bring that point up, because, seriously, people by now should know what the heck an opinion is. But yeah, like I said, post your own theories below. So let's start with Courtney's backstory. Courtney is framed as this very, very shy girl, this very timid girl.
How are ya? A little bit nervous.
Who then becomes a beast when she comes on stage. The music really just fuels her. And the controversy surrounding this point is there have been many rumors and rants online about Courtney faking her shyness and that it's all an act. My personal opinion is I'm giving Courtney the benefit of the doubt, and I'm saying that she's probably not faking it. I'm sure anybody would be really nervous to get up stage on the AGT. Like, that's very nerve-wracking for pretty much anybody. Maybe in real life she's just shy to make conversation with people, but when she gets on stage to perform, she knows that she just can't be shy. She just thinks about the music and not the people around her, because she knows the shyness will just hinder her performance in the long run. But AGT does have a habit of over-exaggerating people's personal stories, you know, the ones they show in the previews before the act, just so they'll make you feel sorry for them, and then you can vote for them. As seen on the most frustrating example of this, the story for Joseph O'Brien, which was infuriating to say the least.
Just love you. Well, that went well. Okay, yeah.
I could go on a whole nother rant about that, but we'll save that for another day. So if she does happen to be faking it, or heck, if AGT is just over-exaggerating her shyness, while that tactic is mass manipulating a number of people, that is one heck of a smart plan. Take her audition, for example. She came out there barely knowing how to talk, and she literally blew the roof off the place. Nobody, even me, was expecting that. I was literally, like, enthralled. I was like, whoa. That is freaking incredible. See, part of what made Courtney such a household act in AGT this year was mainly the surprise factor. If it wasn't for that moment, I guarantee you, not as many people would be hyping up Courtney. I know that the surprise factor, the twist, the fact that she was portrayed as very shy, but then just blew everybody away like she wasn't, is mainly what people love and see in her from the very beginning. Now, I know there's a lot of people who love her and would be a fan anyway, but that just adds to it. Next up, I want to discuss her performances in general and the quality of them, because mainly that's the most controversial thing and the thing that some people are not liking about Courtney. At face value, some people are probably thinking, well, what's not to love about Courtney? She gets a heck of a ton of views. She's been on trending. I know the Papa's got a brand new bag one, hit like number 2, peaked there. She gets a heck of a lot of views. A lot of people seem to love her, but that's an awful lot of dislikes. And the comments on her videos are pretty interesting to say the least, with a plethora of comments ranging from things like, "You're amazing, Courtney," to "Go kill yourself." Now, before I go further, do not tell her to go kill herself. Like, come on, that is complete bull. Courtney, don't ever listen to these kind of people. I don't even care if she had the most horrible voice ever. Like, I would not just go tell somebody to literally kill themselves like that. However, on the other side of things, there's also comments from people saying things like, hey, don't be mean to her, she's just a young girl, or don't say anything bad about her. Or there's also my favorite, the if you don't have anything nice to say, do not say it at all argument. But I do want to rephrase this. I love Courtney. I'm a fan, and I do think she does deserve to win, so don't take me as a Courtney hater when I say these things, but this is just my opinion on the people who say, if you don't have anything nice to say, not to say anything at all. I feel like it's perfectly fine if you just say something like, I didn't honestly care for this performance, or even heck, if you hated it, to just say, I kind of hated this performance, and then maybe give like a backup description why, maybe back it up. Be fair and balanced with it. Do not like insult her, but just kind of say like things that she could have done better or that she messed up on. Because those kind of things could genuinely help somebody, can really help them improve, can really help them just, yeah, get better. And that's what she definitely needs. She needs all the help she can get to really make sure she wins. Just saying negative things about her performance is not being mean. What's being mean is mainly just name calling and the kill yourself things. Those are things you should definitely never say. Now, that is definitely mean. But I mean, just giving constructive criticism, it's not the worst thing in the world to just to give some constructive criticism. You know what I mean? When you try out for things like this and when you try to be famous like that, you really don't want to be overly sensitive to that kind of stuff. You need to just be like, who cares or anything. So yes, they need to be able to take this kind of stuff. So basically, in other words, be honest, but don't be a jerk. Likewise, don't lie and say she's automatically amazing just because she's young. I think she's amazing because she offers quite a bit to the table. She throws in a lot of references to old school rock and roll. She has a very unique voice, and she just puts on one heck of a show. Her dance moves are unique, and basically I like her because she's weird. She's different, but in a good way. Also in her performances, one thing to note is basically how they've become. Her debut performance was very simple. She was basically just in a little dress, nothing much, and she was just singing her song. I mean, of course she was dancing, she was bopping her head off, but there wasn't really much production value behind it. There was just a basic track, and she was singing. It was basically all her. However, when she came out the next 2 times, it basically felt like she had already won, and she was already like this huge pop star. I mean, we got the backing band, the wardrobe that looks a little bit more done, if you get what I mean. Just a lot more of a polished presence now. I wouldn't say that's much of a bad thing, and that doesn't really affect the performances at all. But I could definitely see how anybody could be like, oh my god, what the heck are they doing to her? People that love her, people that hate her. I can feel like this act is something they're going to try and like mass market if she does win. So that's one thing I am a little bit worried about. I mean, I hope they don't try and like give her this like image that she's totally not, or like make her do all this fake stuff, or just like, you know what I mean? I hope she just doesn't become an industry hack, because that would be the worst. Biggest disappointment ever. Now then, finally, I would like to go into the biggest controversies, what AGT is doing with Courtney. Many rumors are going around that AGT is rigging Courtney Hadwin's votes just to make them win, because they were like in love with her. They like love Courtney, especially Howie.
I just want to scream. Can I scream?
Yes.
While I have no control over what goes on backstage or off show, I have no idea what goes on. It does kind of feel a bit shady that both the quarterfinals and the semifinals, they had her go last. So that way, it kind of felt like a bigger thing whenever she performed, like, oh, they're going to save the best act for last. It's Courtney Hadwin, everybody. Which, like I said, I agree. She was the best act of both nights, and I love you, but it just seems a bit fishy to me on AGT's side that, you know what I mean? I obviously feel like nepotism is a big thing there. But, I mean, I'm not just going to jump the gun and say that AGT are rigging her votes, though. Because if you look on her Instagram, a lot of people are voting for her. So, she does have a massive fan base. And it's kind of like one of those things, like when you have an act that's somehow, like, really, really popular, obviously surpasses all the rest, you're going to get comments. You're naturally going to get comments from things like people saying, you're overrated, you're so overrated, she doesn't deserve to win, she doesn't deserve to win. Well, somebody's got to win, so I'm assuming it's going to be Courtney. I mean, you know, either way, you're going to spark a huge fire of crap. You know, if she doesn't win, people are going to be like, what? She was like the most popular act. And then if she does win, you're going to have a whole bunch of people trying to set the AGT building on fire. So, on that negative note, let the fire begin, everybody, because Courtney's the winner. Just saying. Vote Courtney. Backwards dab.